All right, welcome to the airplane show on this wild Wednesday night. Welcome all my fine aviation enthusiast friends. My name is Greg. I'm an internet pilot extraordinaire. Sort of. Anyways, I had a super messed up day. I think I'm on the verge of getting fired. No joke. But I want to do something to get my mind off of things. So we're going to do this here flight tonight. And we're going to do, it's a Qantas flight. Qantas flight 0614 from Melbourne, Australia to Brisbane, Australia. So let's turn the mouse off for now. That's a CJ4. That's a pretty fun plane to fly. I did a flight with that one the other day. If you haven't seen it, you should check it out. It was a really good, really cool flight from, I think it was Hiroshima to Incheon Airport in South Korea. It was a pretty good flight. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're having a good week so far. All right, let's go here. Wait for that to load up. There we go. Let's click on liveries and we go to Qantas. And there's a few different I think there's a couple different Qantas. So we got this one. That one's definitely correct. I thought we had another one too. Oh no, that was Virgin Airlines I'm thinking of. Oh, we do have an Aero Mexico. I almost did an Aero Mexico flight as well. Let me see what this looks like. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, man. I wonder, that's cool. That person has an eagle on their head. Very cool. Much cooler than a lot of American history. All right, let's see here. Where did Qantas go? It's hiding. Malaysia or Europe. There we go, Qantas. All right. All right, let's get out of here. Let's go to our aeroport. I forget what gate this plane was taken off from, so we'll just make it up. And I believe Melbourne is in this list here, down towards the bottom. I think I've seen it a few times. Let's see what we see with the Qantas airplane tonight. Yeah, that's New Zealand, YSS. Yeah, there's that one. I know about that one. I could have sworn I seen it in this here list. I mean, if not, we'll type it in, but could have sworn I've seen it in here before. Unless my eyes are just deceiving me tonight since I've had such a messed up day. My brain is playing tricks on me. All right, let's type it in here. YMML. What? YMML. I don't know why you gotta type it in twice. That's weird. Alright, so we're taking off from runway 16. That's probably the opposite of this one here. So 34, yeah, this has got to be 16 here. Yep. Alright, let's pick out a place to start our journey. That looks like a good place to start. Let's look over here. This one might be a really good one here because if I mess up the pushback, I have a way to fix it. Yeah, let's do this one. Small. We're not small though. I mean, not that it really matters. Yeah, we'll just stick with that one. Who cares? I'm not going to have all the fuel trucks and all that come by tonight, so at least I don't plan on it. All right, so we got a departure we got to load in. We have a highway in the sky we got to plug in. We got an ILS runway we going to plug in. Just a fun plane to fly. Plus, I found the other day you can actually speed up Speed up time in this here airplane. I wish weather was active on this airplane. It's still not active, but we should have a tablet in this airplane here pretty soon. Well, hello, little small plane. Two little small planes. Yeah, see, if I back up the wrong way, I'll be able to fix it. That's why I chose this, because for some reason with this particular airplane, I always back up incorrectly. I think I have it figured out now, but I'm not 100% sure. So, all right, let's. Well, you know, I can use my mouse for this. I think that'll be easier. All right, menu. All right, PMDB setup. Oh, wrong thing. All right, so for fuel, so I'm not going to call all the trucks and do all that tonight. I want to get up in the air, so we're just going to plug everything in here that we need to. Let me bring up the OFP. Fuel is 7.4. So let's just do, we'll do 7,800 just to put a little over. All right, 7,800, turn, payload. We have 118 passengers on this plane, so we'll leave, I guess we'll leave the 12 in first class. So that's 112. So economy is 106. Well, you know, we'll do 110. We'll do 110 here. And we'll do 8 in first class. That's probably a little more what you would see in real life. And cargo is only 2.9. Huh. All right, so we'll do 1,000 here for the front. And we'll do 1,900 in the back. And I have a tow takeoff weight, according to SimBrief, takeoff weight is 61.1. And yeah, we're quite a bit lighter. More cargo. Yeah, well, that's what it's reading. Oh, well, it's got a payload of 12.3. Okay. That's fine. It's close enough. Who cares? All right, let's go over here. Now we can go to, yeah. All right, we got that. All right, let's type in the 7,800. That's good. Let's type in the 118. That's good. And let's type in 1,000 here. And 1,900 there. And that's all we got to do for now. All right, now we're all loaded. Let's actually let's get rid of the stairs. And we'll make sure the door is closed. All right, very good. All right, let's turn the mouse off for now. Let me see my phone. Looks like somebody texted me. Oh yeah. Yep, I'm on the verge of getting fired. I think it's the first time I've been fired in a very long time. Not producing enough for the company. It's a little tough to produce when they're not really helping you learn anything. It's a little tough, isn't it? A little tough to do when nobody's teaching you what to do. All right. Sorry, I'm bringing up YouTube on my phone just to make sure I can hear myself. Let's see here. Click live. We'll do it live. FA. Oh, I hear myself. Okay. I added a little bit of gain to the airplane for sound, so we'll see if that helps at all. All right, let's turn on the aeroplano. That's good. Let's do this here. Let's put on these. Let's put on little lights so people know we in the plane. And let's activate our navigation so we can see where we going. We'll go here. And we're going to clear this real quick. And we're going to pose in it. Pose in it. Let's go to page number 2. Copy that. Roger that. Set, not 9. We need number 10. 10, my man. All right, and let's go to root ski. And we're going to type in the YMML. Oh, you know, I don't need to do this yet. Actually, we just need to wait for it to finish doing what it's doing. Where's your menu? Menu. I can't see. I need my glasses. I need my glasses. I think we're okay to set everything now, right? Yeah, we're good. Okay. I think I have it set for 30 seconds on this plane, so. All right, so we can finish typing this in. I guess there's really no reason to use the mouse now. I'm already doing it like this. All right, YMMLT, where are we going? YBBN. YBBN. And flight number is flight number from real life is QFA0614. Come on, 1. Foe. All right, that's all good. Let's do a departure. And we're doing runway 16. And we're doing the Nonix 3. Yep, this one here. No transition. Let's go to route. Let's go to activate. Let's go to execute. Let's go to the next page. All right, Nonix. Oh, we have Blocka there. So what? We got to finish typing it in. Nonix 866 the Blocka. 866 to, is it Blanca or Blocka? BLAKA. Blocka. AKA. Yep, we're going to put you right there. That's where you're going to live for this flight. And that's it, my friends. We just need to program in the... Where is it? Here it is. We need to program in the arrival. And we are doing ILS runway 19 left. And we do have the Betso transition. And we are doing Blocka 4A. All right, let's click execute there. Let's put in our cruising There's really no reason to put a cruising out. It always changes it anyways. There's no reason to do it just yet. Let's do our weights and then we'll... Alright, so let's pull our weights in. Oops. Oops. Actually, you know what? Before I do that, let me plug in the forecast for the descent down. As always, let me get this out of the way first. Alright, so we got 31,000, so we got 310. And then we got, say, 20,000. And 10,000 there. 297.79 for the wind. Yeah, I'm anxious to see like what the tablet is going to do in this airplane when they get it. I assume it's going to do quite a bit. Being, that the company that is doing it, they usually make really high quality items for simulators, so I expect it to be really nice. I expect it to have the charts and integrate it with SimBrief and Navigraph and all that. So we will see. We will see. Hopefully, I think it's supposed to come out like in the next week, I think, from what I read. Somebody knows the date, they can certainly let me know. I think it's like October 30th. I think it's like really soon, like in a few days. I don't know if it's a beta test that's coming out or if it's like the actual real version, but definitely got it coming around the corner. All right, 26. All right, we can do that now. All right, no, the transition is not 18,000 feet in this area. Transition on the descent. Transition is transition level, flight level. Transition altitude is 10,000 feet. So let's plug that in. FL100. All right, that's good. No need to click that, but we're going to click it anyways. All right, now let's bring over... Oh, it's still not correct. All right, let's request all the weights. Let's request all the weights. It's going to say something over here pretty soon for us to fill in most of the blanks. There we go. Load. Yay. Look at all the typing it saved us. Yay. Hooray for technology. Yay. I love technology. All right. What am I looking for? The fuel plan is 7364. So let's put in 7.4. Otherwise, we're going to get an error message if we don't fill in that blank. And the cost index is 36. And our cruising altitude is actually 37,000 feet according to here. So let's change that now. FL. I didn't want to put it in initially because I was going to have to change it again anyways. It always changes it here. All right, now we can go to legs and get rid of any discontinuities and things like that. All right, let's pull up. So we got horse. Let me look at all the everythings for our takeoff. Yeah, horse, Outback, Chimu, Sally. Yep, Nonix. All right, very good. That's good. And then we got PW, yep, PBO, yep, that's all good. All right, and then Blocka, Sinus, no, Doggo. Or maybe it's the other Blocka here. Oh, yeah, here we go. Blocka, Dogmoo, Laggy, PUBG. All right, we're good. So it's all in there. Only thing we got to worry about here, because it's in magenta, is this 230. We'll figure that out when we get over there. Looks like it's not calculating the speed correctly here, but there's no discontinuities to get rid of. Everything looks good with the flight. Let's double check it on the map here. And let's go through all the steps. Let's go to legs. Start from the beginning and click on this step button so we take off. Do a big U-turn, pick up all these, all those, do that, ILS, land, buttery touchdown, soft buttery touchdown. All right, good. So that's good. So let's do this here. We'll set up this side to be the map. The flight plan, we'll leave that there. We can turn off the VORs. We can set you back for that. We can put you all the way down. We can turn you off. We can turn you off. All right, let's make sure the rest of this is fine. So we got in it. Now we need to go here. Let's do 30 degrees over that. 13, so we're going to be doing 43 here. I like to usually do takeoff 1. I don't know if that's accurate or not to do, but that's what I do. All right, let's plug in first the runway wind and the slope of the runway. Let me get the slope first. Get all this from Navigraph. Slope is negative 0.9. So we got negative 0.9. And the runway wind, let's go here because that'll give us our barometric pressure also. Is 190 at 19. So 190. I do this first because this adjusts. This may adjust the V speeds, which we're getting ready to do. Okay, dry. Yep. Okay, climb 1. Yep. All right, let's plug in the correct barometer. So that is Q1030. Good Lord. Let's change this to hectopascals. Whoa, 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 that was fast. Does it change it everywhere? Yep, it sure do. Yep. All right, now we can do the CG. That just carries in automatically. We'll do flaps 5. And we may have to adjust or re-verify these speeds again before we take off. But now that is done. Okay, index, takeoff. I think we're done. Flash 5, yep, I think we're good. Departure, program, descent, cruise, 37,000. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Do we have a, let me look, see if we have a fix with our takeoff. No, just a normal 25-mile circle around, which I'm not worried about plugging in. All right, very good. So let's do, let's finish getting our airplane ready for takeoff. Let's lower this down just a little bit. Let's turn you up, good sir. Let's turn you up a little bit, just because I love lights. And For some reason, the trim on this plane, at least the plane the version that I have in here, I really can't move this. I can move it a little bit, and then it'll just go back to where it was originally set. So I never mess with the trim. All right, let's lower that down because I lowered this screen down because sometimes it is really difficult to see the flight director bars on that screen. So, all right, let's turn this up. Let's turn this even though we don't really need to. All right, let's activate the APU. Let's turn that on. Let's kick on the APU. I've been playing the hell out of Forza, the new Forza game, man. That game is fun. At least it's fun for me right now. Might not be fun forever, but right now it's fun. I've been enjoying it. All right, let's put this at 37,000. And what is our altitude for landing? It's only 15 feet. Wow. All right, generators are good. We can do that one. We can do that one. We can put on the bleed. Okay, all that is good. Let's go ahead and we can't disconnect the ground power. It won't let me go backwards with the switch. So I just disconnect it from here. So let's go to actions. Let's go here. Let's make sure our brakes are on, which they're not. Let's put those on first. Let's release this, which may release the chocks also. Nope, it didn't. All right. Let's remove the chocks so we can move. And let's call the push cart. See, this is the part that always messes me up. So turn the nose to the right. I think that means that my nose is going to go that way. That's how I interpret it. Okay, turn the nose to the right. You know what? Let me try left. I think it's left. Let's see what happens.
Cockpit to ground. Go ahead. We've been cleared for push and start. Tail to the right. Copy that. Ready to push. Tail to the right.
I'm not starting up any engines yet or anything. I just want to see how this guy's going to push me. I think I have it correct. I think nose to the left. I think we're going to go point that way, which we need to be pointed. Let's see what happens. I mean, normally you would start up an engine or two right now, but I'm not doing anything until I know which way my plane is facing. I'm more worried about that than starting up engines right now. All right. Hey, I think we're good. Now, is it actually going to turn me? See? It's not turning me. I wonder if it's because these hydraulics aren't on. It does that sometimes. It won't turn me at all. I don't know why. The wheel's turned. You can see the wheel is turned. Unless it's following this line. You know, I have been very idiotic on this channel before, so it could be very well that he's just following that line. But I don't think so, because his whole truck is turned. Oh well. Whatever. We're good. He can stop. Alright, we can get rid of that. We can go to... Thanks for the tug, Jimmy. Appreciate you. Alright, let's go to index. Oh no, we can go to N1. That's where we can go. And we can go to takeoff. Alright, let's get these engines fired up. Let's turn that on. Let's turn this on. I don't think I have fuel in my center tank. Nope. Alright, we got that. We got that. We got that. We got that steady. Alright, he's firing up. Guess we can turn on our TCAS system while we're down here. Now, do I have any restrictions with the takeoff? Let's see here. No, just above 10,000 and above 5,000, so no. There's really no reason to touch any of this here because weather is not simulated on this airplane yet. Hopefully it will be one day. Alright, he's good. Let's have him join the party. Oh, it might help if I put the parking brake back on. Alright, he's joined the party now. Let's set you to takeoff. Let's put on our flight directors. We'll leave this for 10,000 initially. And V2 speed is 143 plus 15 is 158. And our takeoff direction is 160. All right, let's turn on data. Deactivate that. Let's put our flaps down. Here we go, just as I expected. So let's increase this by 1. Let's activate our generators. Let's put this on continuous. We can now put on our logo light, wheel light, wing light, taxi light. And I think we are good, my friends. Let's put this to auto. I guess we can just put the packs on auto for now. I mean, auto is auto. There's no reason to turn them on or off if you have an auto setting, I would think. And I don't really think we need the APU anymore, so let's turn off the APU. And let's get out of here. Oh, by the way, the button for the toga setting is this screw right here. And when we get up in the air, if we fast forward, I have to use my mouse, but you have to click on the very top of this button here, and that'll change this to green, and then we'll speed up by, I believe it's 8 times is what I have it set. Actually, should I double? Yeah. Yeah. No, I can double check that later if I need to. All right, let's bring that up. I wonder if the yoke being down had anything to do with the wheels not turning. You know, it'd probably be something stupid enough to be that. All right, let's get up on out. Let's giddy up. I think that's a kangaroo on the back of my airplane. Giddy up, kangaroo. Yeah, we gotta speed on over to the holding point. Seems like we're going a lot faster than we are. Oh yeah, ground speed is what, 26? That's not too bad. Man, we are hustling. We're gonna burn through all our fuel while we're taxiing. Bring this down for takeoff, and then we'll switch the way it looks for our landing. We'll also input all the info in for the runway. We have to, for the heads-up display, we need to input the elevation of the runway and the runway length. Then we'll change the mode, and it'll get rid of everything on the side here, and it'll really just hone in on the part of the touchdown zone of the runway. Sorry, I was losing my train of thought for a second. We're probably supposed to stop there in real life. Make sure there's no traffic coming, but it's a good thing this is not real life. Man, we are hustling. Jeez, let me turn. Ooh, no, not reversers. I guess we'll go all the way around. That lonely little single tree right there. What happened to its family? What happened to that tree's family? It's just a lonely little sad little tree. Sad, sad, poor little tree. We've been given clearance to pretty much turn and burn, so let's set up everything so we can get out of here. We'll line up, then hit the toga button, and then get on out. Probably activate the autopilot during that first big turn. That way we can look at the scenery and look at everything around us. Go over here. We don't need to follow that line. We'll make our own path. Yeah, the fast forward feature on here, PMDG, really worked on it. So it's supposed. I used it the other day. It worked really well. The autopilot, like, supposedly does a really good job with it. It did a pretty good job the other day. Much better than the one that Microsoft has built in. That one is really bad. I used it a couple of times and the plane just bounces around and bounces around so much that usually the autopilot will kick off. All right, let's slow down so we can finish lining up. All right, let's give it some juice.
Airspeed alive.
Let's hit toga.
80 knots. Maintain. Positive rate of climb.
All right, gear up. Pretty good takeoff. We can probably arm the autopilot now. There we go. Let's lock the gear in place. All right, packs are on auto. That's all good, that's all good. That's all good. All right, we can put our flaps up. All right, flaps are on their way up. We are golden, pony boy. We are on our way to Brisbane, Northeast Australia. That's one place I'd never want to live. Not Brisbane, just Australia in general, just the bugs there. Just the bugs and snakes and the spiders creep the hell out of me. No thank you. No thank you. All right, takeoff is going good. We might as well plug in the... I guess we can just plug in the cruising altitude. All right, let's see. I know transition is 11,000, 10,000 on the way down. What is the transition level on the takeoff? It's probably the same thing. Yeah, transition is 10,000. So once we hit 10,000, we'll switch the standard mode. We can get rid of that. All right, we're doing good. We can turn the brakes off. We can put the yoke down. And then depending on where our top of descent is, I forget exactly how long this flight is. There's a good chance we're going to play with that fast forward feature. Now we can get ready. Let's turn off. Let's go ahead and put this as standard. Oh, let me use my mouse. Where's my mouse? Because hey, this button loves to just continues. So when I use the controller and I click this standard button, it just continually flashes blue, and the standard, the green standard down here, just continually flashes, and it's terrible. like it can't get the right altitude because of it. All right, we got that. We got that. We got that. We can put you on flight. Guess we can turn off these lights for now. We can put the seats on auto. Everything is cleaned up. Pressurization is pressurizing. All right, we can increase our range. All right, we are good. We are good for the remainder of our climb, it looks like. Yes, sure. This is a good relief after work. I mean, I'm an insurance agent, and I work for this company, and I work from home, which is perfect, because I need to work from home because of my kids. And we were doing one job, and it was going really good. Then they switched all of us to do a different job, and haven't really been trained. And now they're getting ready to fire me because I'm not producing enough, but I haven't been trained properly. So I might be writing a lengthy letter to the upper management and like vice president so I can explain to them what's going on, because I don't know if they know. Like, I can do the job. I just, like, if I can't get anybody on the phone, how am I supposed to do my job? I make over 100 phone calls a day, and I can barely get anybody on the phone. It's crazy, man. I don't want to lose this job. I like the job. Like, I like doing it. This is the first job in a while I actually enjoy, and this might be my last couple of days doing it. It seems like with this company, though, that they just shuffle new people in. If new people work out, good. If they don't work out, that's good too. Kind of like the Unsullied in Game of Thrones, when Grey Worm says, "So soldier live, that's good. You die, that's good too." It's almost the same thing. All right, so we have, wow, we got 95 miles to the top of our climb. Good Lord. That's a long way to our climb. Let's see if we can actually do the fast forward feature to the top of our climb. Let's see here. So let's zoom in. And let's click right here. There we go. Look at that. Wow, look at that thing go. Hopefully I don't have any turns. No, we're pretty much straight. If there's big turns, they recommended not really using this feature if you got really big turns, but man, we are getting it. I don't know why it I don't know why it slowed down all of a sudden, but let's speed it back up again. I turned it off because it slowed down. Yep, I definitely have it on 8 times speed. I tried using the Xbox controller to click that button, but it does not like the controller reticle. I've only been able to get the mouse to do it. It must be a very small spot on here to click on. So when we get to the top of our climb and we start cruising, I'll turn this off, and then we'll see how long we have until our top of descent. But yeah, I had no idea that this feature was a feature on this airplane until like maybe 4 or 5 days ago. I was looking into it because here, we can turn this off now. We're close enough to the top of our climb. I was looking at how to speed up this simulator more effectively. I don't like the one from Microsoft. The one that Microsoft has it built in, the autopilot just cannot handle it most of the time. And I read in here that I read in the material that comes with the simulator for this plane, I was reading about how you can speed it up. So I looked into it, and sure enough, hello, Australia. All right, let me look up our ILS information. We might as well plug that in while we have a few minutes. So 110.1 is our nav frequencies. And we can use these old school ones, and then they also have new ones that you can use. Let me show you the new ones, because oh, you know what? Yeah, we got enough time. Well, you know, I don't know if changing it during what? Who cares? It's just a simulator. If it breaks and it crashes, we crash. All right. Is it under options? Might be under. Nope. I think it's under aircraft, under equipment. All right. Let's see here. Cutoff switch. Oh, air stairs installed. I didn't realize that was there. Let's turn that off. I don't like having the stairs on, so usually I use the jetway. All right, yoke checklist, yeah, headrest. Auto ignition, no. Pressurization panel, window shades. Nav radio, okay, here we go. So here's the new ones. So let's type this in 110.11010. And we got active and standby. So we got active and standby, and then we have mode, which I don't know what GLS stands for. VOR, ILS, and I don't know what GLS stands for. Well, if anybody knows what GLS stands for, let me know. Yep. All right, so we got that, and we can plug it in over here because it needs to be on both sides. With this airplane, the frequency has to be the same on both nav1 and nav2. I mean, I like the way this one looks better. I just don't know what GLS stands for. All right, let's plug in the info for the runway. All right, let's see here. So we got elevation is 11 feet. All right, so we got 11. Let's hit enter. And now we're going to go to length, and that's 11,680. Hit enter there. So now we have the height and the length. And now let's change our mode. One click to IMC VMC. That'll put it for ILS landing. And our course, our delicious final course, is 196. And the course has to be changed on both sides in order for the ILS landing to happen. All right, now we are all set. Let's see where the top of our let's see where the top of descent is. Whoa, 513 miles. Yeah, we're going to speed this up a little bit. Good Lord. Let me look at the OFP and see what waypoint our top of descent is. And then we will speed this up. Alright, so right before Blocker, right after Idner on H66. Oh yeah, we got a little bit to go. Alright, might as well pull it up over here so I can see it. Alright, let's bring out the mouse again so we can do what we do. And we'll watch the miles melt away. You can see for 76, for 75, for 73. Yep, so when those numbers are in green, that means we're in speed up mode. So it'll probably take a few minutes to get down. A little bit more. You can see we down to 436 for. Come on. Hee-yah, mileage. We going? Yeah, yo. Can you look outside? Can you get outside the plane while we speed up? I guess so. I don't know if being outside the plane messes it up at all, though. Boy, that thing is moving. Oh yeah, let's not do that. That thing looked like it. It didn't look like it liked that so much. It didn't look like it liked us being outside. We'll just sit here and just wait for the mileage to keep going down. I'm wondering if moving the camera like turns it off a little bit or something like that, because it slowed down when we caught back in the airplane and now it's speeding back up again. I should use a stopwatch next time and actually like look at the seconds going. I usually just look at the mileage. So it looks like when you don't move the camera at all, you just let it be, that it actually works a lot better. I didn't see that part in the instructions about not moving, but kind of makes sense. So we've gone 100 and about 30 miles in the last like 3 or 4 minutes, so that's pretty good. And once we get to like 30 miles from the top of our descent, we'll put the regular speed on and then get ready for our descent. We got everything. This should be a pretty simple landing. I mean, we're gonna let LNAV pretty much carry us, you know, to the right side-to-side motion. VPath hopefully will operate correctly. If not, we'll descend on our own, and then once we make that final turn to the runway, the ILS should capture, and hopefully it'll roll out and flare on its own and get us that nice, soft, buttery touchdown. A buttery, soft, and buttery touchdown. It's all about getting them soft, buttery touchdowns. This is such a good stress reliever doing this, man, especially after my work day. Not ready to get fired, but I'm playing Microsoft Flight Simulator tonight. Try to forget about the woes of the 9 to 5. I would love to not have to work, but that is not in my cards. Not unless I hit the lottery tonight, or I can get this channel and start making me some money. Not a lot of money, just enough to cover my bills, like $3 grand a month. I'd be good. If I could get this channel to make $3 grand a month, man, I'd never have to work a real job ever again. Never one more time, never again. Never again. I don't need to get rich. I just need to pay my bills and put food in my belly and keep a roof over my head. Real jobs suck. Never one more time. Alright, so we got about 313 miles to the top of our descent. I have to do some looking into it. I don't know if this thing is a steady speed, like a steady speed up, because the mileage does not go down like it's moving 8 times the speed. It moves in quick increments, and then it like stops moving for a little bit, then it goes into, unless it's just the computer calculating everything behind the scenes, and then the mileage just catches up after a while. If you look on the FMC, on the bottom right there, on the right side, you can see 2 TO and then T/D for top of descent. I was thinking about doing an RNAV landing on this airport tonight, but I didn't really like the approach for it, and the ILS was actually the recommended landing per sim brief. And per Navigraph, the ILS was the recommended one for the conditions today. So, or at least the type of landing that, the type of arrival that we're doing. But our nav landings in this airplane pretty easy. I did one yesterday in the ATR-72. That was fun. I don't know if it was really an RNAV landing. It was more of a visual landing. But it was not ILS. That much I know. I landed that bitch from about 2,000 feet. I brought that plane down and just missed the touchdown zone. Just missed it. I was thinking about turning the simulator off right then and there, and I missed that touchdown zone, but it's okay. We landed in Bora Bora safely. Bora Bora, I want to retire and just live on the beach and just take like those keychain photographs or rent umbrellas to people or rent little scooters, sell seashells, horseshoe crabs, Bora Bora hats and t-shirts, whatever. I would just love to live there. That little island right in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. That's living right there, that's for sure. Thousands of miles from anything. That's what I'm talking about. Get me a drum set, an electronic drum set, like a nice Roland V drum set, some good internet, and some good air conditioning, and that's all. That's all. Them the three things I need. New Roland V drums, a good air conditioning, and I forget what the last one was. That's right, some good internet. That's right, good internet. Need the good Wi-Fi, the good drums, and the good ACs. That's all you need in life. You don't need women's. You don't need food. You don't need alcohol. You just need good internet and good air conditioning. That's it. Well, I guess women come in handy every once in a while, but you do need food, but yep, that's what we need. All right, let's bring up Navigraph again. Let's look at the METAR information for our landing. So at barometric pressure is 1013, and it looks like it's got it's 100. The wind's coming in at 100 degrees at 12 knots. And we got scattered clouds at 25,000 feet and a few clouds at 2,000 feet. So far, so good. All right, we got 190 some miles until. Oh yeah, we moving. Look at that. Look at that waypoint coming down. Look at that. Yeah, see, it slows down a little bit. You can see it. You can see it. It'd be slowing down a little bit. It slowed down and it moved forward again. Here's the mileage, right yonder. Right yonder. We're gonna click on this again pretty soon. Oh, let's turn this while we're making that turn. Yeah, let's put it on regular speed while we're making the turn. That was one thing that was recommended, was when you're doing turns. This turn might have been okay because it's not really steep. It's not a sharp embank. It's not a sharp turn, but still, that's a 15-degree turn, so. This little line is like showing the path of our aircraft. This little one. It was so windy like 2 weeks ago when I was flying that line was like bouncing back and forth, bloop, 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 like a ping pong ball, like table tennis, just back and forth, back and forth. All right, so we lined up again. So now we can activate we can activate light speed again. Chewie, put the coordinates in the navigator system, Chewie. I can never do a Chewie voice. I was always jealous of I'm still actually to this day. Anybody that can do a good Chewie voice, man, that I can never do it. I always sound like I'm choking on something. That's crazy that that guy made that voice. That guy actually looked like Chewie. I remember seeing him like behind the scenes of the original Star Wars, and the guy that was in the Chewie suit, man, that guy looked like Chewie when he took it off. All right, we cruising again. Look at, I guess is that Pedro or Pedro? That thing is flying towards us. Oh, Pebdo is what it looks like. Pebdo. All right, we're going to turn this thing off for good here pretty soon. We only got 115 miles left. 111, 112. And we got Whitey coming up. I don't know if Australia knows, but I think that waypoint is racist. How you gonna have Whitey as a waypoint? We got Blocker and we got Whitey, a bunch of racist waypoints on this airplane show tonight. Don't cancel me, world. I didn't know. Don't Twitter attack me. You might hurt my feelings. All right, we got 70 miles, 69, 68. See how this thing's moving right now? It goes in spurts. It'll move a lot and then it won't move so much. And it'll move a little bit and then not move. But we're going to turn this off. When this gets to about 30 miles, we're going to turn off the speeding and then ready for our descent for reals. Oh, here comes Whitey. Whitey's at the party. What's up, Whitey? Whitey by himself. Old middle-aged Whitey. Where are the white women at? Alright, it's 40, 30, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31. Alright, we can turn this off for good. Alright. Mind if we dance with Joe Dates? Alright, there's the top of descent there. Alright, what is our first... What's our first altitude we're descending to? Did you know that Australia is racist, Gavin? Did you know that Australia is racist? This waypoint is Whitey. This waypoint I'm getting ready to hit is called Whitey. And I also have Blocker there too, so it's a racist flight that we're doing tonight. Alright, so 36.1, I'm not going to put that in. Well, I guess I could put 36.1 in. Let's put in 36.1 for our first descent down to when this lag vev comes closer, we're gonna delete this. Once we start our descent, we're gonna delete this and see what new info pops up there. All right, let's put in 22.7. Let's let the cabin know that we're getting ready to descend. Okay, we let them know. So this thing should descend all on its own, being that it's a Boeing airplane. It's not like an Airbus where you actually have to push the button to descend or pull the plug. Okay. But yeah, once we start descending, we'll actually delete this, and then it'll recalculate the speed and the height. Because right now it's got two different heights. It's got 9,000 to 12,000. Man, that speed up feature saves a lot of time. That probably saved us about 2 hours, I would think. Well, I guess it saved us 8 times whatever speed it normally would have taken. If, 500 miles at 400 and some miles an hour, I mean, that's probably like an hour and a half of flight time that we did in about 20 minutes. Take it. Wonder how many spiders live down right there. How many huge brown recluse spiders and huge cockroaches and just end of the world size monster bugs. Bugs that are not scared of you. In America, most of the bugs are scared of us because we're a lot bigger. In Australia, the bugs are not scared of you. The bugs look forward to seeing you. They're like, oh man, there's Jimmy again. Let's go get him. There's Adelaide. Let's get her. All right, let's bring up a different screen on here. So if you put this on map mode and click this center button twice, once, twice, it actually brings up this here chart that shows you your descent versus waypoints and all that. So if well, there's no waypoints pulling up just yet, but the waypoints will start loading down here at the bottom once we start getting close to them. All right, we're on a 3% angle, or 3.6% flight path angle. We're about 2,300 vertical feet per second. All right, and now that we're doing that, let's go ahead and just click on this. Oops, sorry, gotta do something first. Let's clear this. That's right, we gotta click clear first. I'm sorry, we gotta click delete. And execute. Alright, so that'll be 9,000 at PubBev. Let's see what this says here on our chart. Yeah, 9,000 is okay. So let's just type in 9,000 and see what happens. Alright, it's still 240. Alright, when we get closer to Lagev, we'll do it again, because I think that magenta means it's going to have trouble getting down to that altitude. But if we slow down, I mean, that's like at 280 knots. If we slow down a bit, which I don't know why we're going that fast, so close to 10,000 feet, but yeah, see, we're going to be above. We're going to be above our altitude when we get the Blaka. Let's see what it's calculating now. I guess we can't delete that one. Let's do the next one. Maybe you can only do the ones that are in magenta, maybe. Alright, well, whatever. Learn something new, I guess. But we're doing good with the actual path. Alright, we're on a 0-1 heading. Alright, Blocka is 23.8, and we need 17.1 at Dogmoo. You know, I bet you if I plugged in 23.8, Blocka would be right there on that little green bar there. So I usually program in these descents according to here, so I can see on the map where the navigation thinks we're going to get to that altitude. See how that green bar is now coming into Dogmoo? We're going to be really close there to the correct altitude. So far, so good. Let's adjust the altitude for the system here. Now this arrival and approach we're doing is going to take us out over the sea a little bit, then we make a big U-turn and we land the plane. Actually, let me put the fix information in. So, alright, let's go to fix. And we got runway 16 left. Runway 16 left. Not in database. Oh, 19 left. My bad. My bad. 19 left, and we're going to set a 4-mile radial for our landing gear, and we're going to set a 10-mile radial for like flaps 15. Hopefully by then we'll be just hitting flaps 15 on our way to slowing down to the VREF speed, which we need to plug in. So let's see here. So VREF is 133. So we need to plug that in. We got the ILS information in. Gross weight. Wind correction. Alright, that's all good. Let's go back to, I don't know, I'm always stuck between program and this page you would use here if we were doing an RNAV landing. You got the real NP. I don't know what NP stands for, but real NP, and then AMP is actual, I think. Alright, so let's go back to descent. Alright, so we doing good. Let's go down to 13,000 on here. Before you know it, we'll be on the ground. Alright, let's click delete. Let's click this line here. See what it comes up with. 9,300. Alright, so no more magenta line there. That's good. We'll see when we get a little closer to this waypoint here. OMGov will do the same thing. and that'll give us a roundabout on what the actual so we're slowing down, as you can see. I wonder if it needs some drag. Usually it says if it needs drag or not. Let's see what happens. So the engines haven't kicked back on. They're still idle. Oh, there the engines go. All right, let's turn off the spoilers. All right, let's bring this in a little bit. Now we got to set our decision height. That's at 209. Come on. All right, 209. 13.4, we're good there. Let's set that for now 9,300. Let's put back on the seatbelts. Let's put this down a little bit more too. All right, so far so good. You're descending very nicely. Coast of Australia. There's a lot of little islands over here. That's pretty cool. This little green dot here, I believe that's our throttle reduction. All right, let's see what this says here. And our ILS capture point looks like it's about 1,650 feet in the air, about just over 5 miles out from the airport. We should be getting to 9,300 feet right around here. Betso is the first waypoint, it looks like, on the capture, and we need to be at a max of 185 knots. So, okay, let's slow down. So we're going to do what's called speed intervention, and we are going to slow this thing down to like 230 knots. Let's bring up the brakes. we are going kind of fast. Because according to, yeah, it's a max of 230 knots by OMGov and a max of 185 right after that. So yeah, we really need to slow down. And let's put this down to say 4,000 feet. I've never tried the altitude intervention. I really am not sure what that does. To me, that doesn't really make sense because you can just turn the knob. But I don't know. I'm sure it's got some sort of purpose. EFI. Oh, yeah, I know. The modes disagree, buddy. I know that. I'm aware of such things. All right, we are at our speed. Let's turn this down. And what we'll do is we'll actually do flaps 1. That'll help keep our speed down now. Let's arm the auto brakes. All right, so we got flaps 1. We're still descending nicely. Let's pull down the HUD, and if you remember in the beginning of the flight how it looked, now you can see how it looks since we changed the mode, and it's much more now set up for landing. It's got all the info we need, and now that we have the height of the runway and the length of the runway programmed in there, it'll make it that much nicer. Oh yeah, we got to do I got to get my mouse out. Shoot. We got to click on that standard button. Otherwise, it's just going to continually click. All right, so let's do this. Let's click this. And it is 10:13 exactly, so we don't have to change anything on the barometric pressures. Now, once we make our next turn, I'm going to switch to heading mode. We should be on a heading of 309 on that one. I'm going to switch to heading mode and activate the localizer at that point. And we're okay at 230, but we have to slow down quite a bit when we get to Beto. So let's actually slow down now. Let's slow down to 200 right now. Let's lower. Oh, let's do this first, actually. Let's click on approach here. Now you can see on here how it has the indicators. These on this, for some reason on this barometric pressure thing here, it has these much earlier than it shows up on the actual navigation display. So I don't know why that is. Let's lower the flaps down again. All right, now we can release these again, arm the spoilers again. We are getting ready to go into heading mode. And then once we get to the next waypoint, we'll then switch it to 185. I guess I could turn on the landing lights. Let's put on every light that we have. Let them know we're on the way. They can't miss us now. We got every light on. All right, let's switch to heading mode. And let's click on localizer. And let's put this down to the altitude that we need to be at for our landing. Let's put you down to 185. See, it's got a decel spot on the map there. That's where you're supposed to decelerate to get to the 185. All right, let's start turning you. And now we're at flaps 5. All right, the ILS info is now showing on our display. We're making our turn. And that localizer should capture here pretty soon. We're 15 miles out, so I would think fairly soon that thing is going to capture. Yep, localizer is capture, so now we can arm approach. And we can arm the other autopilot now as well. So now we have autopilot A and B engaged. We are 13 miles out, so our speed is okay right now. Arming both of those autopilots, and this plane is like the same thing it does in the Airbus, where it does like a full category 2 or 3 landing. Excuse me. I'm not really sure what activates that buzzing noise. But if we go out of the airplane, we don't hear it. I don't know what it. I guess it has something to do with the speed and the flaps. I don't know yet. I guess that's another thing I have to look into. All right, so we're 8.1 miles away. And whoa. Let's put it at 138 because that's VREF plus 5. And as you can see on our heads-up display, since we have it set for landing mode, it's much cleaner than when you first take off. It has really all the info you need when you're landing. It's got your vertical speed, your mileage, your heading. The reticle is right on the touchdown zone. It says VOR/ILS. It's got MCP speed. And that reticle is right on point because we programmed in the info of the runway. I mean, there's a good chance it would still be on point without programming the info, but that's what you're supposed to do. So, and it says rollout and flare in white on the display there. It's got land 3. And land 3 is because we have both of the autopilots programmed. You know, we have both of the autopilots on. This plane getting ready to score a touchdown. Yes, sir. But I like letting the planes land themselves so I can watch it. Spend so much time inside the plane flying it, we really can't hang out on the outside of it. So it's nice hanging out on the outside of it and looking at all the scenery and looking at the plane. My co-pilot is pretty lazy. He never likes to help me out, so. Boy, look at the winds pushing us. Look at that. Look at our angle going in from the wind. Yeah, reticle right on the touchdown zone.
200 minimums.
All right, my friends, we're done. We landed. All right, that's it. I gotta go to sleep and see if I'm gonna get fired tomorrow. I don't think I'll get fired tomorrow. I think Friday. Well, not Friday. Probably Monday. Monday. If I get fired, it's gonna be Monday. So we're gonna see what's happening. So anyway, that's it for the airplane show tonight. I appreciate anybody who came and watched or is gonna watch later. Certainly be good to me before you check out another video and do all the things that make me happy. Comment, like, subscribe, notification bell, do all that good shit. I certainly appreciate it. And that's about it.